ਪ੍ਰਵਾਸ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਹੀ ਮਨੁੱਖੀ ਨੇਚਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਸ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੇ ਕੁਝ ਸੌਖਾ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, ਪਰ ਇੱਕ ਮੁਲਕ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਮੁਲਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਨਵੀਂ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨਾ ਇਹ ਇੰਨਾ ਸੌਖਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ। ਅਜਿਹੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਤੰਗੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਲੰਘ ਕੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਮੁਲਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੇ ਅਤੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਬਣਾਉਣ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਪਹੁੰਚਦੇ ਹੋ। ਅਜਿਹੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਔਖਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਵੱਖਰੇ ਮੁਲਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਰੋਟੀ, ਕੱਪੜਾ ਅਤੇ ਮਕਾਨ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਬੁਨਿਆਦੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਰੇਂਜ ਕਰਨਾ। ਸੋ ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਮੁਲਕ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਮੁਲਕ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਇਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਅਜਿਹੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਕੰਟਰੀਜ਼ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਚਾਹੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਜ਼ ਐਨ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੈਂਟ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਐਜ਼ ਅ ਰਿਫਿਊਜੀ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹੋ, ਖੁੱਲੀਆਂ ਬਾਹਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ। ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੁਝ ਅਜਿਹੀਆਂ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਵਧੀਆ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਓਰੀਐਂਟੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਪ੍ਰੋਵਾਈਡ ਕਰਵਾਉਂਦੇ ਆ, ਰਹਿਣ ਲਈ ਛੱਤ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਖਾਣ ਨੂੰ ਰੋਟੀ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਤੇ ਤਨ ਤੇ ਕੱਪੜੇ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਹੀ ਇੱਕ ਹੈ ਜੀ ਪੋਲੀਕਲਚਰਲ, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਵਕਤ GTA ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਅਜਿਹੀ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਬਣ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਏ ਰਿਫਿਊਜੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਹਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਮੁਹੱਈਆ ਕਰਵਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ।
Polycultural originally started as a small organization that was called Polish Immigrant Services, and its intent was to help Polish refugees at that point. Over the years, it grew, it expanded, the immigrations had changed, and we had to recognize the fact that we're helping not just Polish immigrants, we're helping essentially people from across the world. So going back, when I started maybe about 30 years ago, one of the first things we did, we changed the name to be more inclusive of the actual communities that we serve. Polycultural originally, and still to a large part, provides settlement services. So we work with literally pick up individuals at the airport that are sponsored here by the federal government. This center specifically is largely for government-sponsored refugees. So these are individuals who are in refugee camps and other sort of difficult places, who have been vetted by our federal government, who are then brought by the federal government into Canada. We literally pick them up at the airport, bring them here. We keep their stay with us for anywhere from 2 weeks to maybe a month. Our responsibilities are to provide them with immediate health care. A lot of these individuals haven't seen a doctor, had no access to a doctor for years. Many of them have serious health issues. So we connect them with medical help, immunization for children. We provide basic financial services, help them get your first credit card or the debit card, bank account. We familiarize them with Canadian laws. So we have introduction from the police appeal department, from the family and children services. In terms of what is the norm in Canada, what are our rules, what's acceptable behavior in Canada. So when the people leave here, they have a little bit better sense of what's it like to live in Canada, what the expectations are of being a Canadian, what the responsibilities are of being a Canadian. And then of course the big part is we try to find them housing. Our job is to find them permanent housing. So this is meant as a temporary measure for that as few weeks. And then they move to a different location, and after that, we help with employment services. We have a whole bunch of other services. We work with young women in high schools. We work with senior citizens from that they were discharged from hospitals. So there's a whole bunch of other services. We focus, and today is really about the immigrant settlement services. But the organization does a whole bunch of other community type services, outside of sort of the standard immigration. Well, I think the first part is to provide sort of the immediate care, right? It is impossible to be a productive, at least I imagine very difficult to be a productive person if you've come, if you spent the last 3 years in refugee camp and you dropped into a foreign country and no one helps you. Like, how do you figure this out, right? I mean, so eventually people do, right? I suppose, but some don't, right? So the first and primary objective is to be able to be that transition, right? Be that bridge between where they came from to where they want to be, right? We're hoping, and going back over 50 years, I can say it's been successful, is creating that bridge, bringing the people, connecting the people, the new refugees to the society, right? Eliminates ghettos, eliminates marginalization. It helps people integrate and be part, feel like they're part of the society, and I think that is a great achievement, right? This is how I think we help the newcomers, but I think we make Canada a much better place.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to being here at the opening ceremony of Polycultural Reception in here. It's I have lots of great experience in here. Which the Polycultural Reception is the first place that I felt myself and my family safe, welcomed and supported with the kind team of Polycultural Reception. It's so helpful for us. They just help us a lot, like they're filling the documents, they just guide us with the orientations, with the seminars, and just learned us how to live with a good rule in Canada. When I was in Pakistan, I'm originally from Afghanistan, but I have been in Pakistan for 3 years and waited for my case to finish by the Canadian government, and I'm really thankful for Canadian government to process our case, and they just welcomed us to Canada. The people were here just thought and said us that Canada's life is so hard and it's so challenging. I know it's just so challenging, but the Polycultural Reception helped us, like myself and who all newcomers who just came in Canada. They just help us, and everything was so good. I would like to thank from the Polyculture's supportive team, which first of all from Mr. Aziz, and also from the Mr. Tarek, Mr. Razan Omar, and also our hardworking caseworker, Mr. Muhammad Iqbal, and the most hardworking person, Mr. Alauddin Salmay. He's just a housing coordinator and finding a house for the all newcomers, who which is so challenging in Canada, but we just have hope with them. Thank you so much.
Yes, so the reception house is the first point of contact for the refugees once they arrive in Canada. Our team at the airport greets them and drives them over here. Here we provide the safe space after they arrive exhausted mentally and physically. We're able to provide temporary accommodation, and we also provide 3 meals a day for them. Our team has a holistic approach. We have wraparound services where they're able to address all their urgent and immediate needs. So part of the services that we provide are immediate orientations, where we explain to the clients about the system in Canada. We talk about banking system, credits, life skills, the Canadian weather, the cultural shock, adaptation in Canada. We also have partners who provide information about the justice system, the childcare system, the educational system. So we try to provide all the urgent and immediate information that they need to settle in Canada. So the average length of stay is 21 days. Throughout these 21 days, we're able to provide the services simultaneously. The resettlement team is able to secure income for them through the government, through IRCC. We also provide them with the linkages with the provincial and federal programs such as SIN number, OHIP cards, and the child benefit. Our housing team is able to locate a permanent residence that they agree to, and we're able to move them out. They come from all over the world. All the families have been through a lot of trauma and a lot of stress. So we're glad that we're able to host them here and provide that sense of safety.
So on World Refugee Day, we're here in Mississauga at the Polycultural Reception Center. And what this center does is it welcomes newcomers, refugees, and others that come through here and helps them succeed. So as everybody knows, when you get here, you have to find a place to live. You may have to learn the language. You got to get a new job. So all of that is helped here through the Polycultural Reception Center, making sure that we have our newcomers be successful and be able to integrate well into Canadian society. And that's what Canada's all about. It's about immigrants that have come here from all over the world for generations to be able to succeed and grow and you know what, realize their dreams and our dream of Canada. Sure, things always are changing, and these initiatives, what they do is look at any barriers that are in front of people. As we know, sometimes it's difficult to find housing and to navigate the system, let alone for Canadians, imagine for a newcomer. So these are people that help navigate the system and help newcomers be able to get settled and be able to succeed.
Well, polyculture is a very important part of the mix to help our new immigrants and refugees be able to settle in our community. Like I was talking earlier on, my family immigrated here in 1952 from Italy, and we didn't have organizations like this to help them navigate through the system. And I wish we did back then, but that's why polyculture is so important to help these newcomers be able to work into the system, find them residence, find them work, and do that as well. And I always say that we're all products of immigrants, all of us in this country. And that's the nice thing about Canada and Ontario, that we all are part of the mosaic of this province, working together to build a better Ontario, a better Canada, and, be honest, a better world in the long run. Just like you said, we're the most diverse region in the world is Ontario and Toronto. And that's right there alone shows how important it is to have more immigrants in our province to build out our province. And like myself, being the parliamentary assistant to the Minister of Energy and Mines, it's so important that we have more immigrants because there's so much opportunity for them. I was speaking with a family from the Congo, and they're here. And I was talking about cobalt, because the Congo is the number one exporter of cobalt. 75% of the cobalt that we use in our vehicles come from the Congo, where they use child labor and they do not do environmental assessments of their properties there. So this is the advantage of being here in Ontario. We have all these minerals here in Ontario. And with the people coming into Ontario, there is plenty of opportunity for all the newcomers that come to this province.